Hi, my name is Tim Peffers, and if you're following LinkedIn, I've been posting many updates from the Tucana People Analytics Conference, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a massive recap of everything? And then I thought, no one wants to read that. So I thought instead I'll do a very short video. I'm going to try and do it in 5 minutes and recap the 17 most important things that I've learned in the last week. So let's see how it goes. So a lot of talk about people analytics operating models, and I particularly like this one, which was David Green and Insight 222's. And I liked it because it's really thinking about both data-driven skills and business-focused skills and having that right balance, and they're kind of equal weighting so that you're not just producing data, but you really understand how to drive change in the business and context so that it's actually going to be used by the business and become actionable. I also like the 9 dimensions because we're really thinking about one, business value, but also workforce experiences and culture. Okay, it's harder to establish exactly how they impact the bottom line of the business, but we know culture really does matter, and I don't think we should overlook that just because we can't necessarily put an ROI on it. In terms of designing your people analytics team for your own organization, I think this talk from Manisha Singh was really good about AstraZeneca, and it's really about aligning your people analytics to HR 3.0. So HR 3.0, we've got to drive change and we've got to enable key decisions within the organization around the people. Driving change is also a big theme of Alec Levinson and how we can learn from OD. And I think it's really interesting about learning to drive change, but also to embrace ambiguity. Because obviously OD and people analytics, kind of different ends of the spectrum in terms of quantitative data. But if we can learn to be a little bit more comfortable with ambiguity, we can start really impacting some of those more metaphysical things within our organization. In terms of impacting the business, love this talk from Maya Lucas of Salesforce around building an internal consultancy and really thinking about it as a business, right? Think about it as a sales team. You need a marketing team. You need customer success. You need to think about key account management for your key areas of the business. And hey, it's the 21st century. If you're a business, you need a website. So get your people analytics team a website. Another great talk around skills and what you need and what you can do people analytics. I love the way that Ollie Britnell of Experience talked about this, is how that holy grail of skills, having the right blend of consultancy and hard skills. And then in 2021, we need to add product development to build both this, which is an amazing wellness tool they have internally, but also a BBVA, this amazing tool around career progressions called Opportunity, which Greg Newman described as the Netflix of career planning. Love it. Great talk from Ernest Ding. One of my top 3 talks for the whole thing was around really enabling employees to succeed. And I really love it because we're talking very technical stuff and different data and what to do in different systems. And actually, maybe we need to take a step back and just think, like, what are we here for? What are we trying to do? And actually, what we need to do is enable teams to succeed. And I love one of the insights that he had was around, look, if we're going to go into this hybrid world and we're going in a couple of days a week, or maybe the teams are all going to go in 1 week a month, there needs to be sacrifice from everyone. So everyone's got to be able to sacrifice, to be able to empathize, to then unlock all those wonderful things that hybrid working, remote working, and location independent working can provide us. Another great talk around productivity and O&A was on RJ Milner from Uber. Love the fact that you can prove that focus time has a major effect, so you'd invest in that. But even if you didn't have O&A, actually the research shows that productivity is very, very closely linked to how people think about their productivity. So if you don't have O&A and you don't have fancy tools, you don't have a way to measure productivity, ask people. They know. Love this. Love the problem. It's step 2 of Patrick Coulin's 3 steps for continuous employee listening. Start listening, love the problem, try a solution. But love the problem, try a solution. I think it's a great credo for any kind of people analytics work, whether it's employee listening or something else. Big theme of the week was SWP, and I love this from EQ8. React, restart, reinvent. Those should be your workforce planning time horizons, because you need to think about your workforce in that reinvent stage before you make any short-term decisions about what you do with your workforce right now. And I love this from Jordan Petman about bringing your employees with you. We think about hiring, we think about different talent pipelines, we think about all this stuff, but we've also got to think about those employees. Where are they now? Where they need to be in the future? What are the skills that's going to allow them to become a lifelong employee? Maybe my favorite talk, definitely one of the top 3, was Ben Touche around how to talk around data and what we can learn from sport writers. 3 very simple rules: provide context, write so the stakeholders care, and use qualitative research to really color the research and the analysis. There was a 4th step I've included it separately because the heartbeat analysis is just an amazing new kind of way to visualize data. But don't be afraid to introduce new metrics when appropriate, because you can really unlock incredible insights, and single metrics really simple to understand. Last of all, now I'm at my 5 minutes. I love this from Lexi Martin. Again, one of the top three talks talking about, DE and I and how do we analyze it, how do we attract, how do we develop, how do we retain. But I think the thing that's going to stick with me is this message around holding yourself accountable and where your work matters. And I think that's an incredible lesson for and a reminder for people analytics is that we have this incredible opportunity to really affect all areas of our business. We have a way to affect the culture. We have ways to influence hot topics and important topics like DE and I. And I love this idea and this reminder that, look, if you think that something's important to you and you want to see change within your organization, hold yourself accountable, be the person who's going to break the barrier, because at the end of the day, work matters. And I think, as we know in the last year with the pandemic and the workplace and the home life kind of converging and merging, it's even more important that actually we're really making sure that where we work is somewhere we love to work and we're really proud to work. So I've gone on for an extra minute. I apologize, but I hope this was useful and I hope this wasn't a complete waste of your time. Thanks.